Arizona leaders have a growing to-do list. There is a water crisis to fix, an affordable housing problem to solve, and historic inflation to keep in check.
So today, some GOP lawmakers took time out of all that to try and get a local school district superintendent fired from the job. Political editor Dennis Welch breaking down this battle targeting the man in charge of Scottsdale schools. Dennis.
Yeah, a lot going on, but they decided today, at least for today, to kind of focus on this. And we're talking about a group of Republican lawmakers. They had a news conference at the Capitol today where they called for the superintendent of the Scottsdale Unified School District to be fired. But they want Scott Menzel gone because of comments he made 4 years ago while working for a different school district in a different state. Lawmakers started ramping up pressure on him in the district last month when Senator John Kavanaugh joined Republican Representatives Joseph Chaplick and Alexander Culloden in signing a letter calling for Scott Menzel's immediate removal. The letter references a 2019 interview in Michigan where Menzel spoke about white people being problematic. District officials say the comments were taken way out of context. They provided Arizona's family with a written copy of the original interview, which was part of a broad discussion on social equity and inclusion. Appropriate or not, the comments are making Menzel a target. Now, Democratic lawmakers are trying to come to Menzel's defense. This includes Senator Christine Marsh, who's taught in the Scottsdale School District for 3 decades.
The defamatory and fictitious claims made by Senate and House Republicans are disgraceful and disgusting. It is wildly inappropriate for a legislator to impede on the local control of our elected governing board to call for Dr. Menzel's termination.
Now, it should be noted Scottsdale schools are on their 5th superintendent in a decade. Dr. Menzel was brought in during the tumultuous 2020 school year where there were heated meetings over online learning, masks, and COVID restrictions due to the pandemic. You'll remember the previous board president there was removed from his position. In Scottsdale is just one of a number of school districts and school boards where we've recently seen more partisan political maneuvering than we've seen in past years. Live in the newsroom, Dennis Welch, Arizona's Family.
Dennis, thanks. And 2 other Valley school districts are dealing with some turmoil at the top. They've replaced their superintendents and appointed interim leaders. The Liberty Elementary School District in the West Valley replaced Lori Show in a contentious meeting this week. And in Cave Creek, Court Monroe's tenure is over after a personal leave that the district officials are refusing to comment about at this point. The board president says she hopes their new interim superintendent can, quote, reestablish a cohesive environment.